You take down a Dark Archon for every mind control, Gary. Oh wow, it looks like he was going to go in for a recall, but just as he does, all of the units he was about to recall got stasis simultaneously. So great move by Chalrenge. Mind controls two arbiters, and other tiny piddly recall goes in. I don't know. Maybe TheRock didn't steal those units getting stasis. Stasis is a bunch of units are in stasis in Chalrenge's space. I think those are Chalrenges, though. I think TheRock stasis before he recalled in, and he was only able to recall in 2 or 3 units, and he lost a bunch of of arbiters in the process. Brilliant move by Chalrenge here, and hopefully you can see at this point why I think this is such a great game. Lots of very brilliant creative play on both players' parts. A lot of it coming from Chalrenge at this point in the game. Chalrenge still has a bunch of Dragoons sitting around the middle, and he's guarding the edges of his base with Archons and Dark Archons, and the ramp with cannons. And there's not a really good way for TheRock to bust in here. I'm not sure whether TheRock's totally mined out yet. Chalrenge certainly is. TheRock seems to be suiciding the last or close to the last of his probes now, so it looks like it's all down to residual minerals at this point. We'll see who can outlast who. Still that big force in the middle of the map that got stasis, so at least those units are still alive and TheRock will be able to do something with them. But mining just a little trickle of gas with those last few units. More Dragoons up at the top. I'm not sure why he hasn't united those with his other forces. I mean, he could be worried about a recall into that top right base or something from Chalrenge, but it looks like Chalrenge has pretty much committed to just going for a draw at this point and not moving out, or at least not moving out until he's eliminated most of TheRock's forces. So we'll see what happens, but a Dark Archon sneaking out, probably going to try to mind control something else, and those Dragoons are going to catch it in transition. I guess he figures that mind controlling a Dragoon isn't worth it, because when Dark Archon mind controls, it loses all of its shields. and oh wow, it does mind control a Dragoon. That Dragoon actually escapes too. But my point was going to be that when it loses all of its shields, it's down to its 25 hit points, which means that if it's out in the field and the other Dragoons could pick it off, trading a Dragoon for a Dark Archon is a bad exchange. Or trading a Dark Archon for a Dragoon is a bad exchange. At any rate, Arbiter sneaking out there for Chalrenge gets picked off. I'm not sure what it was going to do. Now another Dark Archon sneaking out, and he's going to keep trying to mind control whatever he can get his hands on. But feedback coming into action from TheRock. Clever move there. And TheRock sort of always looks like that, but particularly now looks frustrated and angry, and like he doesn't understand what's happening to him, because Chalrenge is making his life very, very difficult in this game. Another Dark Archon moving out, again is going to be chased back by those Dragoons. Dark Archon was heading out for a second for TheRock, he pulls it back. Now some Arbiters heading in to the left side of Chalrenge's base. They might go in and try to recall. Observer being chased away by an Arbiter. And Chalrenge's Observer is keeping tabs on it. Every unit matters at this point, so Chalrenge, neither player wants to let their Observer get sniped. Another Archon, or Dark Archon heads out, I don't know. Mind controls a Dragoon, so Chalrenge is, I'm not sure whether that Dragoon actually got in. Didn't see it coming back, but at any rate, Chalrenge is still slowly whittling away TheRock's forces, and he still has a large force of his own. Still, TheRock has to have thousands and thousands of minerals in the bank. Still has a few mineral patches in his main. I don't know why he doesn't mine those out either. Similar to letting the probe with the minerals die. Little things can make a big difference in StarCraft, so again, I'm not sure, but another Dragoon being picked off. So little by little, TheRock is losing his army to mind control, but he's got to be trying to formulate some sort of a strategy to bust in here, and I'm sure he's going to wait until he gets maxed out and gets the perfect force combination and has everything at max energy, and is going to head in for at least one Titanic attack with everything he's got, and then possibly another if he still has resources in the bank. And he probably should. He has a lot of resources. So we'll see. Oh wow! And it looks like he might have managed to mind control a Dark Archon there. Took some damage on the hit points of one of his DAs, but TheRock cannot be happy about losing these forces. And another Dragoon goes down, and he's gonna go try to get that Dark Archon. I don't know if he succeeded there. It looks like he did not. Yeah, that's the Dark Archon that did the mind control. So, wow. Oh, now another huge group of hallucinated arbiters. So it looks like he's going to go in for another mass recall, and hopefully this one will be more effective. Hallucinated Dark Templar too in there. I'm not sure what those do, because I think they don't have cloaking. I think he's just setting them into scout. It's an odd decision because I think zealots have more hit points, so they'd be more effective that way. But now bringing in the arbiters, bring them in somewhere where he's obviously not going to recall, so that's just clearly distractionary. More arbiters coming in there. And are there real arbiters in this one? Is he going to go for another backdoor attack? There's a recall. One recall goes down, 2 recalls, 3 recalls. Wow, huge force being recalled in. Some of it gets stasis. We'll see what happens here. We'll see if Chalrenge is able to get his forces over to that side of his base quick enough. That base architecture makes it very hard for either player to move around. And it looks like Chalrenge has cleaned it up again. Huge recall, but there's only that tiny stasis group up in the top left. And Chalrenge's forces have taken significant losses, but he still has enough to mop that up. Still, he's being bled. I don't know if Chalrenge has any resources left to replace his losses. Probably not very many, if any. And TheRock has already got another force up, so he may go in and try to recall again. He might try to recall on the left side where all these forces are gone. Mind controlling a Dark Archon. Now more arbiters coming in, and they all go down. I think they were just trying to provide distraction to give those stasis forces a little bit more time. Very last resources being mined out at that base, and I think that's pretty much it. I think TheRock isn't mining anywhere once those minerals are gone. More forces streaming down from all those gateways at the top right. And Chalrenge is still alive and kicking. Observer being mind controlled there, and you know you're in a special situation when it makes sense to mind control an observer. But more arbiters heading out again, sort of just maneuvering around. I'm not sure why, but they may try to go in and pull off another recall. And as soon as Chalrenge's forces weaken, as soon as he gets below max, which I think he is for good at this point, there are going to start to be weaknesses in his defense. So TheRock may be able to exploit some of them. Oh boy, an Archon gets mind controlled and goes down instantly. So still taking losses here and there that he probably can still afford to replace, but won't be able to for very long. Another force there out in the field, and you can see resources there, and about 3,500 in the bank for TheRock, I think that is, and I wasn't able to see how much was in the bank for Chalrenge, but not a great deal. Arbiters there along the left side of Chalrenge's base. He decided to go in. It looks like Chalrenge has gotten bored. This is becoming a very long game, and the sad truth about any game this long is that there are going to be long periods of time when nothing really happens, and players whose APM is usually 300 or 400 is going to sink to probably less than 100 at this point. There's not very much to do. But Chalrenge is just going to sit there and wait until TheRock comes in, and he's got just monstrous defenses up, Dragoons and Archons and Dark Archons everywhere. Again, those arbiters moving around. And it looks like they might be going in now. No hallucinations this time. Double recall, and not a very big double recall. And those the arbiters go down almost instantly, and huge stasis there. Whoa, 3 more arbiters were going to go try to go in the back, and they all simultaneously get stasis. Wow. Amazing play by Chalrenge there. So what could have been an absolute body blow by TheRock. If he had gotten in that double recall at both sides of the base simultaneously, it turns into an absolute disaster for TheRock. He's lost the one force for almost no return. Now the last of it is surrounded and is going to be killed off as soon as it comes out of stasis. And Chalrenge still has good defenses on the right side in case those Arbiters come out of stasis and try to go in for their own recall. And they're going to fall back so they don't get mind controlled. It looks like Chalrenge was hoping to be able to pick them off that way. But now those forces are out of stasis and get annihilated almost before the Observer can get back there. Oh wow, and two Arbiters being picked off. That's bad for TheRock. He needs to be careful not to let that happen. And Chalrenge is back to looking self-satisfied.